Welcome. My name is Stephen Robertson. I'm a fourth generation Idahoan. We now have 5 and 6 here at the winery. In 1971, right after getting married, we headed off to the Culinary Institute of America at that time in New Haven, Connecticut. I met some top wine retailers, had a mentor, and became very much involved with wine and its relationship with hospitality and food. Leaving the Culinary Institute, we went and lived in Europe, and that was our introduction to European wines, and we closely became aficionados of primarily French, German, and Spanish wines. And so in 1980, we bought property on Sunny Slope, which was a traditional grape growing area in the Northwest. And along with 10 others in the Northwest, we met people that helped us in terms of grape growing and eventually making our own wines. We don't like to call ourselves pioneers, but everybody that was involved in the industry in the Northwest were pioneers. In the early days in the Northwest, Washington and Idaho were very close, and so it took us 10 years of trial and error. We started planting in 1980 and 81, and then finally we branched out into red grapes in the early 90s, and that was a real test because it was post some really cold winters, 25 and 35 below. That's why we're unique at 3,000 feet, and also we have to have our own rootstock. Close proximity to the river is very important, and that's primarily what we looked for. You need to be on a hill. You need good southern exposure. You can take a little east. West is very difficult. Our vineyard goes north-south, which is a very good site. Soil is important. The base here in Idaho is volcanic soils, which may be the most important attribute of it. We have fine sandy loam. It drains well because of our elevation. Very warm days, very cool nights. Yesterday it was 95, got down to 50 at night. This is really, really unusual. There's only a couple other desert steppe areas that have this. So the grapes grow during the day, they mature, and at night they shut down. So they have natural high acidities, which is the most important part of winemaking. And the natural parts of it for us give us great longevity in our wines and bring out all the other flavors. So this is a very, very rare and unusual place. Quality comes from the soil and the terroir and the people. And there's good, fine, and great in this business. We try to consistently make fine wines, and occasionally, like the 16 Cab, potentially great. And that's a very, very, very rare commodity.
We have been traveling wine regions around the world for over 2 decades to find that elusive wine. That wine that brings you into a higher orbit, the one that you can't stop drinking, the one that you will remember forever. And then we come to find out it's right here in our backyard in Idaho, just 25 miles from our home. But you know, this 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon is in a class by itself. Of course, we had to check our bias, and the way we did it is we organized a triple blind taste test. We put them in paper bags and we coated them twice. We included a Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley and a beautiful Cabernet from Walla Walla. We ended up with 3 scores. There was a 9.6, a 9.4, and a 9.2. And after revealing the wines, it was our Idaho Cab with the higher score. Well, how is that possible? Well, as they say, it's all about terroir. Hells Canyon Winery has this very unique site, perfect for Bordeaux grapes, especially the Cabernet Sauvignon. The southern exposure of the vineyard, the protection from the river, and the stony volcanic soil allow for a long season to get an optimally mature Cabernet while preserving high, vibrant acidity and a beautiful mineral structure fed by volcanic soil rich with trace minerals. Now, fuse that with the scenario of a winemaker who was trained old school in France during the 70s and now has one of the oldest vineyards in the Pacific Northwest. A perfect Cabernet is born that can compete with the best in the West. This winery is named after North America's deepest river gorge right here in Idaho, running deeper actually than the Grand Canyon. And so do the wine verticals of Hells Canyon Winery.
Hi, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Jan.
And we're Spoken Wines.
Well, Tam, I talked quite a bit about this phenomenal Cabernet Sauvignon 2016 Hells Canyon Winery. It is just an incredible wine, has this really punchy, dark red fruit, very vibrant, hints of mulberry, and there's really strong tannin backbone that carries you to a long-lasting finish. It pairs really well. It's a potent wine, so pairs well with a well-marbled New York steak or a prime rib. You know, add some roasted Brussels sprouts with that and portobello mushrooms, and you're all set.
I really like the 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon. I just have to make sure that he doesn't take an extra glass. I really like the second label, the Zuzu Bordeaux blend. It's still an old style Bordeaux, but it's flavorful, very balanced, and very approachable and easy drinking. Like a good Bordeaux, it blends well with mushroom and beef dishes, also with lamb. But I like it best with Idaho fries. Idaho truffle fries, it's exquisite.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You know, Tam, it was really their Chardonnay that put them on the world map. It was back in the 80s at a wine connoisseur event in London where they won Best of Show.
Yes, they make a old world style Chardonnay from their 40-year-old vines. Very crisp, mineral, vibrant, and super clean on the finish. We invite you to experience these wines for yourself and share them with family and friends. Just click on the link below and it will show you how you can bring these wines to your home. We were thrilled to experience again Hells Canyon Winery, one of our favorite. It put Idaho on the map, and I would say it put the Pacific Northwest on the map as well.
Yes, and we would love to hear from you how these wines speak to you, and share them with your friends. And also please subscribe to our channel so you can join us on our next journey where we're trying to find exhilarating wines with captivating stories from around the world.
We're Spoken Wines. Cheers.
Cheers.